In this video, we're going to take a look at how to answer CMI Unit 526, Task 3, AC 3.3. So this question says, examine 3 techniques for creating a cohesive team. And then the techniques that it mentions are, well, there's a few ideas, and then it talks about things like Crescente, ABC trust model from Ken Blanchard, 5 dysfunctions of a team from Patrick Lencioni, and so on. Lots you could go at here, loads of really cool stuff. And remember to think for yourself with this one. Sometimes you can disappear back down into the rabbit hole thinking about models and tools and techniques. Think practically. Just think about normal stuff for a minute. Sometimes this gets a little bit too, you're kind of looking for something clever when actually it could just be normal stuff. Normal stuff in inverted commas that I'm referring to are things like, see what they've got here, clear roles. So important, just everybody knowing what their job is, so you minimize those overlaps, the duplication of work, and we minimize the gaps where things got missed or customers got let down or whatever. Fairness, so fair treatment, empathy, clear focus, value in inclusion, and diversity. So yeah, some really good stuff there. If you are looking for some a bit of a combination, then just again hopping over to the template document of ours for a minute. Dysfunctions of a team, Patrick Lencioni, that'd be quite a nice one. We've got a number of excerpts from that. You can buy the book. You can probably find the whole thing on Management Direct or some good useful chunks of it. Bit of reading, bit of learning. This is a little sort of pyramid model. You might have seen it already. So yeah, go and have a look at that. Really interested in terms of there's quite a lot there. Remember not to describe the model. Don't explain the model. Assume the assessor knows all that. So never do that, because you're just explaining or describing. It's not really level 5. Level 5 is about examining them. So how would you create a cohesive team? What does cohesion mean? How do we set about? What are the steps or tools or approaches we could use? It's 425 words. You're supposed to be covering 3 different techniques, and you're saying how they work. So it says examine them. So I've gone for dysfunctions of a team. That's a nice one. Chuck the model in, and then pull out a few key bits. Perhaps you've done something like Belbin's team roles. It's a questionnaire, like a self-assessment. Everybody in the team does it, and then we can work out whether we're a completer finisher or a shaper or a resource investigator. Comes up with the 8 or 9 roles depending on which version you're doing. So again, you could put a figure in, an overview of that model, but you're not going to be writing about much of it. You need to say how that would help you create a cohesive team. So please stay as close to the assessment criteria as you possibly can here. So yeah, we could pull that apart a little bit. My thoughts on something like a self-assessment tool like Belbin is that it just gives you that instant shared awareness and shared understanding. So it's a kind of empathy building tool, but it also gives you a little bit of self-awareness too as a team member. You know what your strengths are, and you know maybe what you could lean on colleagues for. If your strength is in the detail and their strength is in connecting and networking with people, then you've got a really nice combination, provided you see that, and that can help you move past, provided you can move past conflict. It can certainly help you to be able to sort of talk in a common language. So they're really good. But like I say, don't rule things out. There's nothing wrong with having a team building event. You could have a summer social or a winter social, or it could be something hopefully not too cliche. I don't know if people still out there building rafts and getting muddy with their colleagues or not, but actually keep it inclusive, keep it fun, but just going on a trip, going to a conference together, or just doing something together where you can build that trust and that understanding, and that's and Lencioni's model will cover it perfectly. Those are the sort of building blocks of a cohesive team. The ABC Trust model from Ken Blanchard is really simple and straightforward, and it's nicely presented on Management Direct. So maybe have a look at that. So I hope that helps. That is AC 3.3. Examine 3 techniques for creating a cohesive team. Thanks.